Yo, hey, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome y'all back to another video. It's your boy Hustle, it's your boy 98 CEO, aka The Answer, and I'm back with another video. So what I got for y'all today, I'm trying to think, cause I'm definitely doing a show review. You know, I've been tapped into my shows, you know, I've been at the house a little more, so I've been tapping into my shows, catching up. Cause I'm the type of person, I'm not watching no show on a weekly basis. So as soon as y'all start the weekly basis stuff, I just gotta wait till the season over with, and I gotta duck enough, especially, it's mainly Twitter, that's the only place people really talk about. You know, you talk to somebody in person, you watch the show, they'll normally respect you, and be like, okay, you know, you see, so I'm gonna just let you live. But on Twitter, them folks don't care. It's like they get in a race just to be the first one to say something. So like I said, I didn't, you know, season's finally over of, I don't know, I'm gonna do BMF first. So, BMF, I ain't gonna cap to you. Before, I really didn't, I knew about them to an extent. I didn't know just the ins and outs. I knew about b-mickie. Again, didn't know the ins and outs. Like, I didn't know everything, you know, what he was really pushing. P. I didn't really know how much P he was pushing. But I knew he was pushing P somehow. But, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know the intricacies and, you know, really the ins and outs of everything that was going on. So, when the BMF show started, I'm thinking like, oh, that's hard. Like, they really finna give it to you. First of all, because just in the universe of what 50 got going on. Like, I ain't never seen it for life, but I've heard great reviews about it. I heard it's actually a very good show. But power, hard. Towards the end, you know, a lot of people say it got, you know, bad. But honestly, to me, I like the endings of it. And then the branch that he didn't build just off the power, like a whole universe of power, that junk is dumb hard. Like 50, honestly, I feel like 50 is one of the, I feel we gotta look at 50 in the light that a lot of people look at Hov. Like, Hov. And I feel like maybe it's a whole thing just because of like his come up. So with a lot of people just like we saw Jay like XYZ, but it's just like 50. Just the stuff he be doing is just completely different. Like, I feel like nobody really on that level with him, to be honest. Like, even going back to just like I think I was watching an interview with 50. He's talking about how he got the rights to the Meat story, the BMF story, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It just show you just it really show you that patience is a virtue. It's just like something like that. The fruits of that labor was bought 10 years ago, and it's just not being seen recently, as recent as 2021 to 2022. You know what I'm saying? So just as fruits of the labor, and it showed that, like I said, patience is a virtue. Like, you really got to put in that work, stay down to come up, literally. And if that don't show you that, 10 years ago, think of 50. 50 been hot since 03. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if that took him that to be that. Just like I remember vitamin water. I ain't never heard of vitamin water before 50 got with vitamin water. And all I know is 50 got in vitamin water, did a couple commercials, vitamin water, XYZ, and that boy got right out of vitamin water. Vitamin water, I don't even see vitamin water no more, to be honest. So it's just like, just his business acumen and just his creativity. It's just like, it's outside of just music. It's outside of just business. You know, I feel like Jay-Z stuff is like music business. Great. But for what's name to be going into television and have, and a lot of people might go into television, but to be putting out the product that he's putting out, like I said, he started a whole universe based off of power, and he's branching that off to, now I can do shows like BMF, now I can do, you know, shows like For Life, now I can do, you know, other stuff. So it's just like, just his what's name, you know, that's he one of the greatest for sure, just off strength. Not just off rap, not just off business, not just off the creativity, but when you pack that all into one person and all that he's doing, and at the same time that's still 50, that's still 50 that got shot 9 times, that's still 50 that, you know, get active, it's different. So yeah, BMF. So my BMF, you not had to give him his flowers before that, because like I said, I'm not saying that people don't appreciate him, but it's just stuff he's doing now, it just got to be, you know, somebody got to say it. So BMF, the series, first of all, just the fact that Lil Meech is playing b-mickie, that's hard. And I wonder, I mean, I ain't gonna care. I was wondering how Terry's son, Southwest T son feel, because I ain't gonna care. I mean, it depends, because Meech, at the same time, he embodied like Big Meech. Of course, that's his dad, but you know, some folks, you know, your dad might be him, and you just come out corn. Now, I don't know who, but I did see what's the name's son. He is, I think he's an executive producer. So, at the same time, everybody don't want to be in front of the camera, so there's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, shoot, I'd be happy. I'm an executive producer on a show that, or I'm something on this show, and all I did was get born during the time, you know, my dad and his brother, they did, my dad and my uncle, you know, they did whatever they did, and now I can be an executive producer. I don't know what the son role, I don't know how old the son is. I mean, son probably, Meech probably like, Lil Meech probably like, well actually I don't know how old Lil Meech is, so I don't know how old Terry's son is. But, getting to the show, lie, I really liked the show. I did. I had a couple issues with it. Like it was some, it had highs and lows points. Even if I'm all over the place, but I'm gonna be all over the place. One of my biggest problems with the show was the whole Lamar thing. From my understanding, Lamar he was active, and then he went to jail for like 2 years. He went to like a psych ward for like 2 years. Cool. But I don't understand why he was so feared to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Lamar get out of jail. He first thing he do, he pull up the Cash Doll house. I ain't gonna Cash Doll look great in that. And she looks great in BMF, first of all. And Meech taking her down. I ain't gonna cap, boy. Meech with him. Anyway, but she looks great. First thing he do, Lamar pull up, go to the house. I think the first time, no, I think he hit Meech with the car. So I'm just thinking, if Meech is like that, then why didn't he just, you know what I'm saying, like, get active then? But it's like, okay, I mean, somebody hits you with the car, you know, you're not really, you might not be so pressed. You might be like, bro, what you doing? Like, you might not think that, like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, like, and that's what confused me, because when I talk to people about it, people like, he knew who Lamar was. Well, if you knew who Lamar was, he should have knocked that boy off early. If you knew who Lamar was. So just like, okay, cool, boom. That was my first problem. But let me just go down my timeline of problems with Lamar. So then Lamar, he get down with the Meech and the 50 Boys. I don't know what the other crew was. But, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be jumping around, like I said. But I remember that Buddy on the other side, the head honcho, he was into it. Because like they weren't into it. It was more so about territory. So it wasn't like we beefing like, oh, when I see you it's on site. It's more like, bruh, it's my territory. Like, don't have your folks over here selling on my side or it's gonna be issues. You know, it was more so like that with Buddy. And then I remember him and Meech had the conversation. Buddy was like, nah, you know, it's our territory. I think XYZ, so we're not going for that. And then Lamar, I think, started putting the bug in. Lamar was putting the bug in somebody's ear. Either, I don't know if it was before, you know, they killed off the leader. Because he kind of started coming around more once Buddy was out the picture. Because that's how he assumed, you know, eventually assumed the role as the leader of, you know, whatever they crew was. I forgot what they called. But, what, Grape Street? I think it was Grape Street. Something like that. But, I forgot what the buddy name was, but the cop, I ain't gonna cap, and let me get to him. Bruh, I can't take him serious. His Russell Hornsby. I can't take him serious just because, bruh, you will always be the person from, what's the name, what's her name, bruh? From the Medea movie, like, bruh, that was getting beat in the bathtub. Like, I can't get that image out of my head. I ain't gonna cap. I don't even want to talk about the movie. That's a very traumatizing movie. And I've seen probably parts of it. I know the movie, but I don't remember what it's called. But like I said, that's a traumatizing movie. But I can't take you seriously. You want to act hard, talking to me, like, nah, you gonna do this, and you over here getting, because I can't get the picture of you getting beat in the bathtub from the Medea movie, from the Tyler Perry film. It was the one. I know Jill Scott was in it, the bald head black dude, dark skin. I remember it's the movie that I say everybody knows the movie. But what is Shawty's name? What's her name? That was beating them. I forgot, but I remember it's the movie that they was at, like, they was somewhere, like a cabin, and talking about, yeah, I cheated on XYZ, and it's just, bro, you know the movie. So it's just like, I can't take you serious talking to Meech. Like, how you gonna talk to a honcho like Meech, like, you like that and you got beat in the Tyler Perry movie? Like, bro, can't nobody take you serious? So it's just like, yeah, so Buddy was blowing me. So, like I said, every time he come on screen acting hard, it just throws me off. Then, even worse, at the end, now he want to be like, no, I'm done with you, Meech, I'm done. Just like, bro, you already is in it too deep. Like, bro, you've been taking money from him. So how you all of a sudden gonna be out of it? Nah, you in this. It was hard though. I ain't gonna cap. It was hard. Like, bro tried to hold it down for a little second. They started, you know, the farm started pushing him out once his partner got killed. So, you know, they started pushing him out. They're like, you probably tied into this a little bit. That's what it was. His partner was following him and seeing that he was, you know, talking to Meech and having meetings with Meech, and, you know, at that gas station when Meech paid him, you know, the partner had trailed him and saw that. So then once they killed the partner, because the partner, see what I'm saying? That's how stuff be happening. It'd be like, you be too deep involved in stuff. That's how the partner died. It's just like, bruh, chill out. Like, You on them kids like, bro, we can catch them boys tomorrow. What Hornsby say? We can get them tomorrow, you know, it ain't no big deal. He hop right out the car just to chase after him. It's Meech and Shawty. And I ain't gonna catch. Shawty had to hold it down, bro almost had my boy Meech. Shawty had to hold it down, she did not, bro, clear on the side of his head with a butt still something, but that hurt. But that boy out of there, gone. So now they knocked off Buddy. And then the other thing, bro, who shot Terry? Was it Lamar that shot Terry? Because it's just like what throws me off with the whole, like I said, they kind of gave this what's name like Lamar so hard, but the hardest thing he did was what? You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I had to say what the hardest thing he did was he infiltrated a group and he killed everybody. That was hard. Like somebody that's playing like the mind game, like that's gonna be hard. Like cause he was going back for it, like nah man, that's Meech and them man. They killed whatever, but they killed him. They killed him. It was like okay, that was hard. Like you done infiltrated the gang and then made your way to the top with fear, I guess. But at the same time, Buddy that was working with Meech too, he wasn't scared of Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Lamar choked him up that one time, almost choked him out, but it's just like he wasn't never scared. Like he always say, bro, like, bro, ain't nobody stunned that jump. You talking about the only person I really rhymed with Lamar was Buddy, light skinned Buddy. He wound up killing. And that's what you get. He was just dumb. He's just like, bro, you don't try to befriend I don't think you should try to befriend and like, I'm gonna be his right hand man. Cause at the end of the day, when he snap and flip, it's raps for you, my boy. He coming right at you because you the one that's always been there. So you just right there. So he didn't flip, he snap, and you just right there. So he stabbed that boy up. And like I said with the whole Lamar thing, okay, like that jump wasn't hard when he killed Meech and them sister boyfriend. My little Brian did nothing. Little Brian wasn't even like that jump was so odd. I ain't gonna cap. See, Meech was playing chess, but at the same time, well, Lamar throw it off. I ain't gonna cap. It's Cash Doll daughter Lamar's daughter. Because my whole understanding, she kept telling him, this is not your daughter. So I was thinking like, okay, that's not his daughter. Maybe he thinks it's his daughter, but they keep saying he came from Psych Wars. So I'm like, throw it off anyway. But, so I'm like, is that his daughter now? I don't know. But I ain't care. That's when that boy Meech was playing chess, boy. I ain't care. Lil Zoe, that's her name. Lil Zoe, he's like, oh yeah, Lil Zoe, you know. Hey, Uncle Meech. Yeah, we're going to take a ride and get some ice cream, you know, whatever you want. But that show you just the regal, not the, is it regalness? It might be regalness, but just the top Meech had on him. You know what I'm saying? No, we're not finna go kill her. We finna go right around her. I know her. You know, I know her family. You know, we just gonna play them mind games with him because he throw it off already. So he ready to go spin the block. He ready that he can really expose himself like that because he so throw it off that now he playing with emotion. You know what I'm saying? Now he going off emotion. Just like Meech was going off emotion when they shot at Terry at the same time. He vindicated for that. Because bro, somebody show up your brother and you know what y'all doing, you know what y'all into, and just like, bro, now you got smoke with anybody, come to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to him with that because he not doing all that I'm doing. You know, I'm the one calling the plays, I'm the one taking the shots. So don't come to him, come to me if you got an issue. And that was my problem with the dad. The dad was just so soft. It's just like, bro, what is you mad at? I understand to a point. It's just like, at the end of the day, if you're a man, you don't want your kid to be taking care of you to an extent because at the end of the day, you're a man. So it's just like, I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna have my son. You know, I'm going to work every day at GM and putting food on the table at XYZ, and me just paying the mortgage off of his drug money. That's the reason to be mad. But it's dumb because you're like, what is you so mad for? Like he was so mad he left the house. My dude's in the room. She won't even come out for weeks. They ain't got nothing to eat. Meech ain't need no key now. He just walking in and out. Little sister, she just there. Terry there with the baby and the girl. Terry girl, she was cute. Cause I like little Swoop. And it's just like, we got all this going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the dad, he leave. And they're like, we ain't talk to mom. She won't come outside. So now he come back. It's just like the dad was too soft to me. He was like, you in your feelings. You in your emotions too much. But what else was going on? I don't care. Meech was having, bro. Meech was having with all them. But, oh yeah, we got to talk about Wood Harris. So Meech, that was Meech and them plug at the beginning. And that just showed you that you can't get comfortable in certain situations because then people feeling entitlement to you. So just like Meech and them, like, bruh, we damn near nickel and diamond off of what we get from you. And because you gave us the start, you feel entitled to, no, we always gonna be in this position. Like, no, bro, I'm gonna boss up. Like, no, I'm not gonna be yo, number two because, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you can't just be under no other man like that. Because what he do, you can't have what he do dictate what happens with you. So just like when Meech walked in and seen him, taking the line, It's just like, bro, rule number one, you told me never, you know, mess with my product. So just like you lying to me. And that's all principle. So now you want to come with you extra mad and all that whoop de whoop. It's just like, nah, bro, I'm not. Like, nah, I'm off that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got to expand, we got to grow. We got to grow. And then that's when Terry came in. So that was the difference. And that's honestly, that's one of the hardest things that they showed in the first season. Just how Terry went got the next plug, because it kind of show you like just the whole ending of the story. Honestly, it's just like what they always say about me. She was so flashy that the Colombian lady, she like, nah, I'm not doing work. I'm not doing work with your brother. I'm doing this strictly just me and you. If we're gonna do the deal, it's me and you. I'm not doing that with him. And it just like foreshadows kind of how, you know, they whole thing spent out. You know, of course, you know, they had some great years coming forward, but it just showed you early how, you know, things work for them. So I thought that was very good foreshadowing. When she like, I'm not doing. I'm only working with you. I'm not working with your brother. And then that was my other thing too. It's just like, I didn't like it until I talked to somebody about it. I didn't like how they ended it off, because it's just like with Terry. First of all, I hated when they had Terry on the ride with the parents and he like, yeah, man, you know, this man, he made $10,000 a month. He was like, that's not. He was like, that's almost $100,000 a year. I want to do that. It's like, Terry, you tell me you're not taking $100,000 right now? You talking about what you can get in it? Like, that just blew me. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause it was just dumb. And it's just like the dad's like, you can't leave and try to come back, and now you trying to do a whole bunch of extra talking. Like, nah, we're not going for that. We already into what we doing. But here you come, like $120,000, and then at the end he like, I didn't like it because like he was like, yeah, you know, Meech, I'm done. You know, I'm out. You know, I'm cool on that. But I did, when I talked to my partner about it, it's like, okay, I do mess with it because it showed how early in the game that he was ready to get out of it. So that's hard. And then at the same time, because like my whole thing was, we already know how the story continued to unfold. Like, we know that you. We know that you came to Atlanta. We know that y'all moved to different places. So it's just like, we know the story don't end in Detroit. But for Terry to have them feelings at that point and still being in Detroit, that's what made it hard. So like I said, I went back on that, and that's like, yeah, you know, that was right. You know, they was right for that. But I ain't gonna cap. The one and only, the biggest thing to me from the season, aside from, you know what I'm saying, they story, is good old b-mickie. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I respect b-mickie for that, because he had the off shawty. Like, bruh. First of all, you should have. I ain't gonna say you should have did it when Meech told you, because at the same time, you grown. Like, you a man. Like, bro, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not listening to you talking about you need to dead that. Like, bro, what? And then at the same time, we got history. I mean, that would be the reason you would think that, though. Because y'all do have history. Like, all three of them came up together, grew up together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you know somebody like that and your partner kind of kicking it to you, like, bro, nah, you need to let that go. Like, nah, that ain't it. Then I can get, you know, kind of get that. But just when your partner's like, nah, that's not, nah, you don't really mess with it. It's just like, bro, I'm not listening to you. Like, bro, I already know how me and Shawty rocking XYZ. Now, if you know something, that's completely different. Like, you got, like if Meech knew that Shawty, you know, she wasn't really working. She was working with Lamar, but not really. She was playing both sides for sure. So yeah, she was working with Lamar. If Meech knew that she was working with Lamar, Meech would have killed her. But if Meech knew she was working with Lamar and didn't tell b-mickie, then it's lame on Meech's part because you're not giving me all the information. You're just telling me I need to dead that, but you're not really telling me why and what you know. But like I said, somebody you done grew up with that long, you just like, bruh probably not coming at you on no hating tip. Kind of just like, nah, bro, you need to chill on that. And then just, I didn't respect, I ain't gonna say I didn't respect them, but I wasn't messing with b-mickie for a minute, because just like, why is you wiping up Shawty? Like, you already tried to, you know what I'm saying, you already tried to play your move on Shawty, and you know, come at her like, you know, I'm trying to rock with you, like, what's up? Like, what's up? And she already kind of like, boy, I'm not messing with none of y'all. I'm not fucking with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden she come right to your spot, and now she trying to fuck. It's just like, as a nigga, at the same time, I'm not saying you don't handle that. You gotta handle that, of course. But I'm just saying, at the same time, you gotta have that in your mind, like, nah, something about this situation is a little fishy. You know, I'm not gonna wife her. That's the whole point. I'm not gonna wife her. I might hit a couple times. I might, you know, but at the same time, we not finna reach no level where I'm wifing you, because you weren't really fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? You really wasn't. I don't know what, and something had to trigger in you to change that, and I need to figure out what that is. So right now, yeah, I can get my, you know what I'm saying, I get my shit off, but I need to figure out what triggered in you that made you come back. Because it wasn't like a defendant, like, what, please, nothing, like, what? So like I said, then it came down to it. At the ending, they then pulled Lamar out, and you know what I'm saying, Lamar didn't push out. They didn't, you know, came out on Lamar the little peer, it looked like, and you know Lamar didn't grab Shawty. And me said, I don't give a fuck about Shawty. I don't care nothing about that girl. Then they shoot Lamar, kill him, and you know what I'm saying, b-mickie, you know, Shawty, she ran off to the side, and that's why I say I really respected b-mickie for that. Like, that was real. Like, Shawty had to go. Because at this point, we can't trust you. Like I said, you've been sleeping. I ain't okay. And he had to do it because, like, you've been sleeping in my bed. You've been kicking it with me. You've been fake kicking it. You've been capping to me the whole time. I can't respect that. Like, I gotta finish you off. You know what I'm saying? I gotta end that. So I really respect him for that. And I'm not gonna say I'm happy she's gone, but it's just like it had to happen. So I want to see, like I said, how the story continues to develop, because now b-mickie, he damn near got to be. Y'all got to go three partners in there almost now. Cause b-mickie, he showed that he down for the crew 100%. He showed that there ain't nothing bigger than his family that we got. BMF, Black Mafia family. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm excited for season 2. Like I said, a couple things, especially because I know what's coming. I know the expansion's coming. That's what I really want to see. So it's probably what I would just think. I would think that they're just gonna get territory. So it's just like how Meech and them went to Atlanta, so Atlanta will be Meech's territory. They said Terry went to like Texas at a point, so like Texas his territory, and then b-mickie probably Detroit's to his territory. So it's just like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he got to get a bump. Like, he got to be a capo for what he did, because like I said, he rode for the family. Like I said, that was my long-winded BMF review. Like I said, BMF was hard. Like I said, the whole Lamar story kind of threw me off. I'm just like, bruh, nothing is hard about this man that came out the psych ward, that put in work back in the day. Because from what I understand is, young folks don't care nothing about them old folks that was somewhere and they come back. Bruh, this is a different time. It's 2 years later, my boy. Like, you might have been that when you was out, but guess what? Things have changed. So ain't nobody sitting there like shook at you. You know what I'm saying? Just like, honestly, if you think of it in the Chicago sense, the folks in Chicago, think they care that them old folks that was running junk, them same sets and everything else, you think that they care when they get out? Bro, we done had to get it out the mud ourselves. So all that stuff you talking about, that grown, like, no, we not, like, that don't mean nothing to me. And that's how I saw it in BMF. So the whole Lamar Jones is like, bro, you might have put in work when you was out, but my boy, you finna have to show us. Woo! Boy, that was a long win. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know I took y'all in some circles, but yeah, like I said, BMF, I definitely see potential. Like, I definitely am excited to see the season. Like I said, I'm one of the people too. Once I start hearing about stuff, so even before I watched it, I started, you know, watching the whole documentaries about BMF and stuff. But I'm one of the people, I got to know the intricacies, and I got to know everything that happened. So I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see what, like I said, where they, you know, where they take us in season 2. So like I said, that was my BMF review. Like I said, I got a couple more shows and stuff I'm gonna review. I'm gonna definitely do Power Girl. I just finished that. I think last week, one of. So I'm definitely gonna react to that. Like I said, I'm just got a whole bunch of different stuff coming for y'all. So make sure y'all tap in with me, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.